Thank you for tuning in to the Wanderlust Medium YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about two things that I get a lot of questions on. First one is, what happens to a person's soul when they are in a coma? And the second is, what happens to a person's soul right after they have passed away? Let's start with the first one. Person that's in a coma. Okay, I'm going to be talking about the standpoint of the soul, the spirit, the energy, the vibration. What happens there? There's talking about the doctors that are, they've got the patient in the hospital. That's totally different. I'm going to be talking about what's happening on the other side while they're laying there, okay? So a person that's in a coma is actually doing a lot of work. They're traveling, they're moving, they're seeing. They can be anywhere and everywhere in 1 minute. They might come in out of their body. You might see some movement here and there. You might see them staring off in space if they are still there. And you're wondering, what are they looking at? What do they see? And that's because there's a lot more to this life than we really know. Now, when somebody is in a coma, what happens is they have and everyone has, a special little cord that kind of attaches us to our bodies, okay? That's our lifeline, so to speak. But this person can go and travel and go to different dimensions, go to different areas, see people, pop into somebody's home and see what they're doing. Now, they might not understand what's going on. It just all of a sudden they're there. So it's like, why am I here? But then they start feeling free and feeling at peace. And they're not worried about the body of how they were hurt or the circumstances that are going on. At that moment, they don't think of that. They think of, wow, this is interesting. I'm really free to go and do whatever I want. They're meeting people that they haven't seen in years that have passed on. They're meeting the source, God. They're traveling here and there and thinking of all kinds of things that they've wanted to do or what they can do now. And some people, they want to stay away for a while because this is pretty cool. Other people are hanging out by their body and see what's going on. Seeing that even though I feel okay, I'm feeling great right now, I'm seeing that my family is upset and they want me back. And, maybe I should go back. They kind of have a discussion with themselves. They have a discussion with the God source. And then they make a choice. Do I want to go back? Or do I want to stay where I'm at and go into a new dimension, a new course of life? What should they do? That's what's happening when a person's in coma. They're making a choice. Once they make that choice, things start to happen. You've seen it before. Somebody that's come out of a coma, and all of a sudden they are off and running, and you can't keep them down. They're ready to start their life here on earth because they've already experienced what they have seen. Sometimes they remember it, and sometimes they don't. Then there's the other ones that might come back for a minute to say goodbye. And then it's time for them to go. Because they've made the choice that they want to stay in that calmness, in that light, in that different frequency. Now, if you have a person that has been laying there and they're getting ready to pass, and maybe you've seen them, they're in hospice, you see them going in and out of consciousness, and you're wondering, I can see that they are going and coming. They are staring off into space because they see some people there in the room. And then the quietness happens. And you know that they have passed. That's hard on us. It's very hard on us. But for them, it's a peace. It's an understanding. It's a different frequency. And even though they understand that we are left here to mourn that we won't see them again, they have to move on. They have other work that needs to be done. So when a person dies, they could stay around in the room for a while. They can hear what's going on. They can see what's going on. They might go to someplace else, maybe see another family member that they want to see. They might end up being kind of like sucked over into an area that they don't even know why they're there. Now, this is happening to a person that knows that they're ready to pass. Okay? So they've already kind of prepared themselves. They know that they have made the choice that it's time. When somebody dies unexpectedly, maybe in a car accident or there's something that happens to them that they didn't expect to go, that's when the confusion sets in. Because their source, what makes them them, doesn't understand what's happening. You know, they're seeing they can be there and they can see what's going on, but they don't understand why this is happening. And then sometimes, unfortunately, they come to me and they kind of ask, and I have to let them know, you know, you have passed on. You're no longer in the earth plane. And when that realization comes over them, sometimes there's a realization of, oh, I didn't realize. Or there's a fear of, what am my family going to do now that I'm not here? So there's a lot of emotions that goes on after you pass. It's not just gone. You're still you when you pass. When you die, you are you to the core. So there is life after death. You do go on. It's the people that are left here that have to deal with not having them around. And that's the toughest part. So I just want you to realize that these people that have passed, they're so much better. And I know sometimes it's hard to hear that. But they're going to be in a different journey. They're going to be moving and exploring this great universe and all these vibrations and all these dimensions. And they have a choice to either come back here or do other things on the other side. They have so much potential and so many options that sometimes it can be like, oh, what do I do first? It also takes them time, because the next question I'm always asked is, well, can you communicate with them? Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. Because sometimes the body needs a chance to rest. Their vibration, their energy is tired, and they need to get that energy back up. And then if that happens, then they can't come to you right away. Sometimes it takes about a year for them to rest, recoup, get themselves in order. And if they can come to you, they will. I hope this has helped you this evening, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me.